moments before birth, you would support an abortion? Up until the baby is no longer literally connected to the person, yes. So even after birth, you would support an abortion? Yes. Them kids.
Fuck them kids.
Well, I think I have all I need here.
Fuck the kids?
World's fucking so fucked up.
Suicidal transgender who hates Trump's Christians and Jews shoots up kids at a Catholic school, and the media wants to take away your handgun.
Disgusting!
So how?
That's right. That's right. Everybody has to lose their handgun because this nutball wasn't put in a box.
Are we supposed to protect ourselves from trans shooters?
Uh-oh.
The media is bad at pattern recognition.
No, they're not. They're great at it. That's why they actively try to avoid it. And they create active pattern recognition that's inaccurate. They know what's going on.
We aren't. Just 2 years ago, another trans 20-something walked into a Christian school in Nashville with a rifle and shot 3 kids and 3 adults.
And again, my take on this is that the trans isn't the issue. The issue is that saying anybody that's trans has any mental problems is considered politically incorrect.
Weaponizing the shooter's identity is meant to distract from what matters. That is what they are doing, trying to distract from what matters. Here's what matters. Today's shooter bought the rifle, handgun, and shotgun they used to do what they did today legally. We live in a country with more guns than people, where there are not universal background checks, there are not bans on assault weapons, and it is far too easy to buy a gun. It's the guns, everyone. It's not really a secret.
Hi, I'm Ted Rack, and I'm sick and tired of
Democrats
just telling us mean, bad facts about our world in confusing ways. So I have a show now, where I have these folks come on and make them tell us their terrible message in a way that's easier to swallow. This is, come on now, you expect me to believe that?
You expect me to believe that?
I don't. No way. You come on, no way. You expect me to believe that?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Plus Rich Cotton. Look, I'm going to make it real simple. This is the formula. The Democrats radicalized their far left progressive base. The trans people, the absolute, the craziest of the crazies. They're very violent. The Antifas, the BLM people, all those people, they radicalize the shit out of those people. They go nuts. They hurt regular, normal people. GOP says thoughts and prayers. Democrats immediately say this is grounds for you to give all your guns to us and give up your rights. And how dare the Republicans only offer thoughts and prayers and no action? They don't offer any solutions. We have a solution. Give up all your rights. So the GOP says, okay, bet. No problem. Let's talk about it then. Trans people are absolutely lunatics, and they won't stop attacking people. They won't stop being violent and lashing out against everyone while claiming to be victims at the same time from something that no one can really understand. They're victims to themselves, pretty much. They're victims to the ideology that forces it down their throat as children and brainwashes them into thinking that they're confused and don't know what's going on, and their genitals should be different. Who knows what the hell is going on inside their heads? They don't really look like happy people to me. Do they look confused? Do they look tortured? That's what it looks like to me. I'm sorry. And it's just, it is what it is. So this is a trauma for the Democrats to take our rights away and attack the GOP for not doing anything about it. And the GOP just simply just wants to offer just healing for the victims. That's all. And the Democrats just want to use it as a cudgel and destroy them. It's just, the Democrats are just really in bad shape right now. Everything they do is really embarrassing. It's very cringy. We're going to check out Jen Psaki fake crying on TV and pretending like she's upset. So you'll give her your guns, I guess. We're going to check out Osmongold. He's been killing it lately, checking out some of the stuff about the trans shooter. And then Bo Diddle was on the street, and I'm going to put a bow on this thing with this lunatic trans person saying that they would support abortion after birth because fuck them kids. And then you're confused why trans people are going out there and shooting our children and killing our young ones and our innocent. I'm getting mad. So let's move into it. Let's check it out. Hey, and by the way, there's going to be some dark humor. I'm going to make jokes. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to meme it up. I'm going to do that shit. It is what it is. I don't care that it's a mass shooting video. It's irrelevant to me. I'm still going to joke and play games because I'm a child and it doesn't matter. If you don't like that, Even though I only have 300 some subscribers, the door is right over there. Don't let it hit you on the way out. I really don't give a shit. I really, really don't. It's just who I am. If you like that, then hit that subscribe button. Hit like. I'm just really not gonna hold back. I'm gonna say whatever I want. It doesn't matter. All right, man. Let's see what we got.
Nobody can address these problems because they're afraid to. The majority of trans people do not act this way, but the ones that do are given free rein because nobody wants to criticize a trans person. They don't want to deal with that. And so they don't address this stuff honestly because they're afraid of the tribal pushback. And that's exactly what's going on here.
They buried the manifesto and locked down the case.
Uh-oh.
We've seen trans shootings in Colorado and in Maryland.
Not good.
They even shot up an ICE facility in Texas.
Oh.
And it seems like half of Antifa's trans. A couple of they-thems just got popped for firebombing Teslas.
It's a big problem. It's a huge problem. And the thing is that it's socially acceptable for people like this. And before you say, I saw that there were some people on Reddit that were criticizing my opinion about this. That like, oh, it's not socially acceptable to say this. Then explain why it's on the cover of magazines. Why is it on the cover of magazines? Why is it on t-shirts? Oh, that's right, because it's socially acceptable to do this. It's obvious. You've got the lieutenant governor of Minnesota wearing a shirt that says like trans kids and it's got a knife. This is the lieutenant governor. What are we doing here?
I'm going to make this as simple as I possibly can for you. The Democrat Party is dying. They're losing every single 80-20 issue that there is, and it feels like it's on purpose. They are radicalizing their far left progressive base to be super violent and be ready to attack and to be ready to be a revolutionary guard for the overthrow of what the Democrats really want to have done in this country. They've been trying to do it and they haven't been successful up until this point, but they need these people. If their party's going to die, they need these people to be violent. They need Antifa in the street. They will need that. So they're encouraging it. Their rhetoric, that's what's happening. Their rhetoric and their ideology is making people violent, and it is making people attack strangers in a rageful way that does not make sense to anyone with a brain that has critical thought. Also, you have all these trans people. Imagine that. A bunch of confused men dressing up like women that still have testosterone and the things that go pumping through their DNA that make them men. And they're violent, angry, and ready to lash out at anyone that does anything to them, whether it's just a perceived microaggression or whether it's something actually significant. It doesn't matter. They're ready to bash. They're ready to bash the fash. Because guess what? Everything's the fash now. Well, it's not quite. The fash isn't quite everything. The fash is everything that disagrees with their ideology is the fash. And they're ready to bash it. And they're getting people ready to bash it. And it's a bunch of confused, angry, suicidal, ready to die for their ridiculous, brainwashed cause. Men dressing like women. And then women who wish they were men and take testosterone and would get ragdolled. But anyway, let's continue.
It's obvious what's happening. People are so weird with stuff like this. Is because they're not logical. They don't think, they feel.
The mayor of Minneapolis says you can't say that.
Oh.
Anybody who is using this as
This guy cried at George Floyd's funeral. This guy got down on his hands and knees crying about George Floyd. This is the guy right here. George Floyd, by the way, who pointed a gun at a pregnant woman.
as an opportunity to villainize our trans community or any other community out there has lost their sense of common humanity. We should not be operating out of a place of hate for anyone. We should be operating from a place of love for our kids.
I don't hate anyone who thinks they're trans. I feel sorry for them. But statistically, the trans population has been prone to violence.
Do you remember whenever I said that all of the problems that people have with LGBT have to do with the T? And I got a ton of hate for it. Remember, everybody was mad at me for saying that?
That's not villainizing, that's reality. And if you can't recognize reality, you're in danger. We love the American people, especially American children. And if they're troubled and believe they're somehow a girl trapped in a boy's body, we want to get them help.
Yeah.
We don't want to give them hormones and operate on them.
Exactly. This is not even, and also keep in mind, this is not even a popular stance among trans people. Or actually, that's not true. It's not a universal stance among trans people. The idea of children transitioning is a hotly contested topic inside of even trans communities.
Society shouldn't be trying to produce more trans kids. We shouldn't be encouraging an emotional disorder or whatever.
Trans people have 42% suicide rate, man. That's sad. I think it's also really sad. And I think it's really disappointing that these people aren't given the compassion and the understanding that I think that they, as human beings, deserve. And I think that there's been a lot of misuse of their identity by people with ulterior motives and narcissistic pathological tendencies that want to use them as a cross that they can nail themselves up on, that have ended up demonizing the trans movement, have made these people into minstrels for them to dance around with and act out about how woke they are and how, you know, how forward thinking and progressive they are. Meanwhile, you have people like this that have legitimate mental health problems that need to have professional help that get ignored because you have these Karens that keep doing this and they try to protect this because they're helping people. That's the big problem. That's the big issue. And that's the point where, and this is the difference between performative empathy and actual empathy, is that performative empathy seeks to be seen as good, and true empathy seeks to do good. The people that are enabling this, gassing it up, and trying to obfuscate where problems are, and trying to use every single one of these issues as a soapbox where they can talk about how good of a person they are, these aren't empathetic people. They're narcissists. They're parasites. And they're literally sucking the life out of this community. They're damaging any sort of movement, any sort of progress the trans community has made at all in the last 20 years. These people are setting it back faster and farther than Donald Trump could ever even dream of. What do you think does more damage to the trans community? Having a shooter like this that goes out and does all this stuff, that it's found out they potentially transitioned at 17 years old, or Donald Trump signing an executive order? What do you think really does more damage from the perspective of the public and how people perceive things? I'm going to tell you, this does, and it's not even close.
You know, I think one of the most disingenuous things about the whole protect trans rights and protect the trans community is this obsession, or I don't even know how to describe it. It's basically always claiming to be under attack for something, when in reality it's just people saying, "Hey, you can't do sex changes to kids. Hey, you can't put how to use a butt plug in the kindergarten book section. Hey, you can't go in the girls' bathroom. You're a whole ass man. You just can't do that." It's very soft. It's soft guide rails for retarded autistic kids that we're trying our best to placate to, but not let them get away with absolute murder. And guess what's happening? They're kind of getting away with murder. They're murdering people, and then it's being justified as a normal reaction to these attacks that they're under. But in reality, it's just, hey, don't pull your dick out in front of my child. Please, could you not do that? Could you not tell my children how you have sex, how you have degenerate butt sex? Could you like not talk about that? That'd be great. That's what they're under attack from, is people just begging them not to pull their dicks out in front of kids. That's all we're asking for. It's not much.
This is. And doctors should stop profiting from it. Great Britain ended child sex change surgeries. They said it's barbaric, and they're right. And politicians should stop elevating the trans issue like it's the civil rights struggle of the 21st century. You see it all over Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Minneapolis will continue to be a safe haven for our trans community.
For being a safe haven for transgender individuals.
We have. Oh, man. Oh, God.
Oh, fuck. What is going on? And you have these people, this is the issue, right? Is they're using this so much as they don't give a fuck. You think they give a fuck about trans? They don't give a fuck about them. Like, they don't care about this at all. All they care about is getting votes. That's it.
Sue them for gender-affirming care. Yes, we are not going to scapegoat our transgender community.
When our children tell us who they are.
Look at this stupid bitch's shirt. Protect, and she got a knife. Somebody got to ask this dumb bitch why the fuck you thought it was a good idea to go and wear a knife with this. It says protect with trans kids. This is a joke, bro.
She wears that shirt, protect trans kids. What she really means is, please allow us to mutilate, indoctrinate, and brainwash our children, buy children, adopt children, whatever we have to do to create more cult members so we can radicalize them and have a violent, powerful force on our side and try to create power for ourselves. That's really what they mean. Allow us to make more cult members. On top of that, the average trans woman who is a man, an angry, brainwashed man, typically acts like this when confronted in reality and during societal, just social interactions with people. How many videos are you going to see like this one I'm about to show you before we realize that these trans people are really, really sick? These people are unhinged. Check this out, and then we're going to move to Jen Psaki's fake performance, her fake crying. Because she has to put forward her best performance. These performances are what they try to... They just want your guns, guys. Please give up your guns. Hey, someone did something that's super wrong, but just give up your guns and give up your rights to protect yourselves from people like that, because we'll protect you. You know how we protect you, how well we protect you, how tough we are against crime. You know how much we support the police. Do you know how much we keep people in jail when they do bad things? You know how we have a reputation for that? Don't worry, we'll protect you.
Why can't I exist as my true self right now?
That's how your true self. That's why.
This. You don't think this is my true fucking self? What the fuck is your true self? You fucking ignorant piece of shit. Is your true self being a little fucking pussy who's shorter and feels insecure about how they are? What? Oh, you don't like coming into people's faces and getting them uncomfortable for being their true self? You don't like when people fucking do that to you? Then fucking learn and do that somewhere else and stop coming here, you fucking piece of shit!
Alright, man. I love you.
I'm not a fucking man, and you don't love me! If you loved me!
Sir, your true self is peeking out of your skirt. And ironically, your true self is this aggressive man standing up for what he thinks is right. Not all bad, but it is mostly bad.
My true self requires constant medical intervention. Get the fuck out of here.
After that, she shared eyewitness accounts from the scene and from the hospital, and this is the moment that it got really real for her as a mother. Have a look at her raw moment and then her emotional call to action.
I have been thinking, as I'm sure everybody who has consumed this today has been doing as well, about my kids who happen to be about the same ages as the two who were killed, about sending them off to school this morning. I've been thinking about their friends and their teachers, about all the parents, about all the grandparents out there navigating the return to school. And all they should be hoping to do is have someone to sit with at lunch or someone to play with on the playground. And they should be waiting to hear.
Girl, shut the fuck up. You thought you ate that?
Let's focus on making your messaging a little more appealing to someone like me. Someone who, when I hear it, I get a little mad because I don't understand it. And I get a little irritated because I don't know what you're talking about.
So, like a normal guy, can you explain to me why I should
give you all my guns?
Okay. So, an update when they get home. And that is not what these parents at this school experience today. Sorry, this is a tough one. Having your child killed while they are sitting in a pew for a morning prayer service is not what any parent should have to worry about. And I have felt a mixture of anger and a lot of anger and emotional exhaustion about this today, as I'm sure many of you have, because we have been here so many times. And yet again, like clockwork, half of the politicians in our country have little more to offer than thoughts and prayers. That is all they are offering. Join all of us in praying for the victims, was Vice President J.D. Vance's response today. That's what he said. That's it. Please join me in praying for everyone involved, Trump wrote. We have seen this play out over and over again. There is a shooting, then come the thoughts and prayers, and then comes the attempt to shift the focus. This is what always happens. You're going to start seeing narratives. You're already seeing them. They're already out there about how the shooter was trans. You're going to see narratives about how the shooter appeared to be anti-Trump and anti-Semitic and clearly was in the midst of a mental health crisis. There's no question about that. But here's the thing. There are trans people all over the world. There are anti-Semitic people, unfortunately, all over the world. And people filled with plenty of political hate all over the world. And mental health issues are not unique to the United States. And yes, we should do more to address them. But it's also an issue all over the world. But this is the only country where shootings like this one happen this often. The United States not only has the highest rate of gun violence of any country in the world, it's become a leading cause of death for young people and teenagers in this country. That should make everybody angry. Weaponizing the shooter's identity is meant to distract from what matters. That is what they are doing, trying to distract from what matters. Here's what matters. Today's shooter bought the rifle, handgun, and shotgun they used to do what they did today legally. We live in a country with more guns than people, where there are not universal background checks, there are not bans on assault weapons, and it is far too easy to buy a gun. It's the guns, everyone. It's not really a secret.
Fuck. I gotta be honest. What you're saying to me makes me want to fight you a little.
All right, the last thing I want to show you is a quick Bo Diddle video where it really ties this all together with how angry and rageful these trans people are. How just, I don't know, you just see them coming down the street, man, and it's just, you went across the street, if you saw these goofballs coming at you, I don't know what to tell you. You're not really presenting yourself in a way that says, please include me in society. I'm just like a regular person and I want to be included in society and in life. You're basically dressing like a venomous animal to let us know that we shouldn't go anywhere near you. And then there's just video after video online of you being completely unhinged and crazy. So these angry men that are pretending to be women have so much angst towards the world. They are killing innocent people and attacking strangers and just ready for violence at any turn. And it's really unfortunate. I just, like a lot of people say, you feel bad for them. You really do. They're not doing well mentally, clearly. And it's just, so this person's going to end up talking a little bit about the Constitution, and then eventually they say they would be okay with an abortion after birth while the baby is still attached to the mother. So you're basically saying just smash the baby, suffocate it. I mean, I don't want to get dark here, but you're saying a brand new newborn baby that just cried for the first time on the table, totally healthy, and he says, "Fuck them kids," and you're surprised there's mass shootings, and then all the politicians and all the people that protect trans people come out to immediately shift the blame to guns, these objects that only do bad things if a human chooses to do bad things with it. But it's the guns, guys. Give up your guns. All right, let's check it out. Hopefully you guys liked the video. This one was a little bit longer. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep them short. Please hit the like button so people can see this stuff. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna get out of here as soon as we do that, because it's making me sick. Honestly, these people are really gross. It's not, I don't care what you do with your little dirty dick. I really just don't care. I care that you're trying to spread it to as many people as you possibly can when you're clearly unhappy. And even this trans shooter said in his manifesto, he talks about how he wished he didn't trans himself, I believe was one of the quotes. He wished he didn't do what he did. And it's just, he had nowhere else to turn. I mean, it's just a shame. And then Jen Psaki saying he appeared to be anti-Trump. He appeared to be these things. What are you talking? He wrote "fuck Trump" and he wrote terrible things about Trump on his gun that he used to murder children. What are you talking about? It appeared as though he was a certain way. What are you talking about? You're just a garbage human. Absolutely. All right, I'm getting mad. All right, man. I appreciate you guys watching, man. Just watch this last little clip, and I'll get you out of here.
Do you like and agree with the Constitution, or are there parts of it you would amend or change?
Would there be parts that I would amend or change? I would add more to it. I'd make everything a little bit more defined.
Okay.
So,
what would you add?
Just for example, just for a complete example, the right to bear arms, I believe they're with how it is now, because the founding fathers didn't quite have the arms that we have nowadays, which should probably be more set in stone with what that meant.
Okay.
So,
would you support adding the right to an abortion into the Constitution?
100%. 100%. In fact, I personally believe that falls under, the right to the pursuit of happiness, personally.
Okay. And why would you support adding the right to an abortion?
Well, just for the medical reasons, for one reason one might have an abortion. It promotes bodily autonomy, for one.
And do you support first, second, and third trimester abortions, or do you think there's a cutoff?
Yes, I support all forms of abortion, yes.
Okay, so even like moments before birth, you would support an abortion?
Up until the baby is no longer literally connected to the person, yes.
So even after birth, you would support an abortion?
Yes. Them kids.
Fucked up.
I think I have all I need here.
Fucked up stuff right there.
Pray.
Mr. Brody, this is very serious. Based on what I've heard here today, I am required by law to notify the authorities.
You hear that, Dad? You're gonna pay! He's a molester. He's a child molester! Ah!